He floated 80% on Truth Social. The Wall Street Journal had a report saying 60%, even beyond that. NEC Director Kevin Hassett has said 24 deals are close to resolution. Where are we? How are we set up?
Well, we're calling these de-escalation talks. So that tells you where we are. We're not necessarily even calling them trade talks. But I'm not sure. It was an important week to speak to the obvious in terms of trade frameworks. OK. A Fed that we got a little more direction on. I think the things that we're getting from Washington right now, I continue to believe it's time to maybe have a little more tough talk with the toughest of the trade adversaries here. This really was always about China. So for them to come in soft here, why would they? I expect the rhetoric to be aggressive. What's fascinating about this round of chats with China, because even over the years when we've accused China of currency manipulation and all the other things, China's never really pushed back verbally in the global press. And I think China has definitely been, as to me, acerbic back to the U.S., if not more so in terms of their tone than I remember hearing out of China. And what does that mean? Who knows if it means anything? But I don't think the White House is going to back down here. I think if I get back to the markets, which look like they're struggling at some really important levels. Doesn't mean, though, it hasn't been a heroic run. And again, the letter V looks a lot more appropriate if we're saying, hey, what's that shape of this recovery? It's not a U. It's not, an S. It's, all these little things that Carter's probably grown up with these things. I'm sure he's got a view. I'll just say, going into next week, we've got CPI, but we also have 90% of the S&P having reported. So we're almost through earnings season, and the headlines that were kind of distracting us from all this other stuff. And I wonder if that's bad news. Yeah, a steep 10% climb since April 21st. That's right. The V. What shape?
Yeah, what shape? I mean, it has to be considered a V. I mean, if we're trying to, which one of these things matches up. But, I mean, that is the nature. If you think about what's the precondition for an aggressive bounce, it's more often than not a preceding aggressive sell-off. This is the nature of the beast. So we get a 21% sell-off in the S&P, and here we are up about 18% off the low, and we're more than halfway back. And there are a lot of statistics that do argue if you climb more than halfway back, you go on and make new highs. But it's really not about that because that's too far out in the future. Here and now, Monday morning or Wednesday, is one leaning in and increasing exposure, or is one pulling back? My hunch is, and we just heard it from the last person on, that we've come to a difficult level, and it's right to either hedge some of your longs or exit altogether.
Let's pretend I'm telling you what the future is, Bonawyn. Would that be amazing? De-escalation, 80% tariffs, cut from 145 to 80%, agreed to talks in another week. What does the market do?
I think the market trades sideways, slightly up. I think, the setup is, Carter just mentioned the setup. I think the setup is that we're coming from this 145 that just seems like an albatross, right? So given that kind of relative positioning, coming from 145 to 80, you can't help but have somewhat of a positive bent. But I think once you start to kind of mix through those numbers, I think the initial reciprocal tariff as it was positioned was around 74, 75%. So that 80% is still even higher to the eye-popping number that was delivered on, quote unquote, Liberation Day. So I think once you start to digest the true facts of what we're doing here, I think the market trades sideways and then starts to pull back, as Carter and Tim have both alluded to.
I mean, it feels like the market reaction that we saw early this morning in S&P futures as well as in overseas trading, Mike, really gave you the full read on what the reaction would be to a de-escalation to 80%. Wow, that sounds great. And then, 80% is really super high still and would probably be prohibitive to trade still.
Yeah, I think the 80% number is a little bit high. I think the other thing we're really going to be looking for is probably not what the White House has to say about these talks, but what China does, because every single time we hear from the White House, we're having talks and, we're making progress, as far as China has been concerned, in many cases, they have refuted that. So I think the most positive thing that could come out on Monday would be, regardless of the number, that we are making progress. If they say so, I think people will view that favorably, regardless of what the headline number is. But if they don't, I have a feeling that we're probably going to bump our head here.